counties under a flash flood watch. We know from previous experience that these floods can cause the loss of life. So please be very mindful of the threats and get off the road. If you are on the road right now, try to find a place that you can, get off the highways, the roads, because, ponding is obviously happening as we speak, and the flood situation is obviously a real threat. Let me just quickly show you. We've had one confirmed tornado on the ground, and that was near Pidcoke, and we thank Rob Williams and a friend of his who sent us this picture. So there's your confirmation that these storms can and often do, with little or no warning, produce tornadoes. And we still have tornado warnings for southern Bell County, for this area, south of Temple, south of Belton, moving in that general direction. We still have technically tornado warnings out here over the Coryell County area from near Gatesville northward to Coryell City, and that's going to inch its way up into the southern Bosque County area. And this storm has shown signs of certainly some broad rotation as it lifts northward around the Lorena and Hewitt area and making its way now into Waco. Drenching rains are going on, and there are still some strong thunderstorms that are lined up from Bosque south, and heavy rain causing flooding and perhaps some high wind out here over Limestone. A big storm moving up into the Groesbeck area, Mahia and 84 being just pounded with thunderstorms right now, and the line of storms extends further south. Let's go south on the interstate just to see what's in queue and look at the rain that continues from Round Rock and Austin south. What do you see any kind of sign of an update from the National Weather Service?
I'm not seeing any reports right now.
I'm just wondering about that Salado, Southern Bell, if any of our spotters. I know that Brady Taylor in the Weather Edge
Just a few minutes ago, the National Weather Service said people in Salado should be taking tornado precautions now. Okay. So that rotation that you were mentioning is right around the Salado area right now. So of any city that's at the most risk at this point, who should be taking precautions, it would be Salado.
Yeah, Salado, and eventually up to the Belton and Temple area. That's the storm that is now inching its way along the interstate. Let's stop our movement on the radar real quick and let it just go ahead and cycle through with the, correct me if I'm wrong, these are not looking quite as tight in their overall symmetry with that comma shape as they were just 30, 45 an hour ago.
Absolutely.
But they're still capable of rotating, and even if, as Brady Taylor in the Weather Edge indicated, sometimes you can have a lowering from the wall cloud of a funnel and then it will go back up. And these storms may be kind of pulsing, getting that rotation close to the ground and then easing up and then coming back down again. So with a tornado watch through 6 o'clock tonight, this is just a prime time to be aware that any of these storms can produce tornadoes with very little or no warning. Look at the drenching rains up here moving across the interstate. Again, if you don't have to be out on the roads and highways, stay safe inside, particularly if you are in some of these storms near them that have had the prompting of the tornado warnings. Southern Bell, Northern Bell earlier, now McLennan. And the Gatesville area up toward Bosque County is another area. There have been and still are tornado warnings down in Travis and Williamson counties. Those storms moving in the same path. We call that training because the storms tend to develop, move to the north, replaced by others that come over the same territory. So we're really concerned right now, not only about the tornado threat, but also about the flood issues that are obviously going on. Paul Gately, you got anything? No? Okay. We've got our whole news team on these storms trying to get as much information collected as possible. But I can tell you that right now we've still got some active thunderstorms capable of tornadoes. Anything new on the Limestone train spotters? Tree damage in Thornton, blocking roads, minor flooding in low-lying areas. All right, for you, those of you in the Limestone County area, your storm spotters out there are reporting some tree damage. Go in close on that area south of Groesbeck where Thornton is located. Out here around Thornton, obviously, wow, that's kind of taking that comma shape as well, but we've had some minor tree damage in and around the Thornton area here south of Groesbeck from the storm that is obviously causing some power interruptions as it lifts that stretch of U.S. or Texas State 164 need to be aware that that storm is moving to the north and will likely continue for the Groesbeck and Fort Gates area, perhaps produce some wind damage, and we're getting inordinate amount of rain out here along 84 from Mahia to the west. All right, let's, if you can, go out to Gatesville again. That's all right, go out to Gatesville again. Brady Taylor in the Weather Edge. Brady, what do you see?
Yeah, if y'all can take my, just a second, I'm gonna switch views on here. You see our dash cam?
We do. We've got it.
Let me take you to the Mesodome. See that lowering right there? That is a rotating wall cloud there. That's a sign, Rusty, of kind of that notchy nature you are seeing with these lines. This was an area that didn't look all that impressive, but kind of hard to see here, but real kind of rugged looking, rotating. We've seen the funnel clouds dip out of several different locations on this. So a sign to folks that's kind of moving behind the trees there, but a sign to folks that any of these lines here could spin up a brief tornado in a short amount of time. So as this line kind of comes together, you're going to see a lot of little notches, a lot of little spots on it that could be a little scary looking. So you want to be prepared. But
give us your location again, Brady.
We're right between. We're just out of South Mountain, heading to Oglesby on Highway 84.
Fair,
We were just